He will soon see that nobody is upper, which means rotation time. Cirque is above B, Fugly is at the back of B, and Daps is starting to make his way over to B. Ethan has got angles around connector, but it seems he'll take the long route as well. And in they go. Players are on the B bomb site. Cirque is delivering at least the one headshot. Rex trying to find out where everybody else is, and now they will realize it's a rotation.
Yeah, so the bomb's down at least for eUnited. That's the money guaranteed in the bank. But can they hold on to it? Breeze in the back doing damage
In the back.
on the attack.
On the attack.
As
Back in black.
Relics, Dazzle, Ace looking to hold on here. The CTs are swarming the bomb site. They're pressuring the bomb, and the defuse comes in the smoke. It's successful. They'll clean up the frags in the end, but they just could not get their arms onto the guy defusing the bomb in time.
It's a Dap special. He does that often. He always has the smoke grenade and the defuse kit. And all too often, he gets a smoke diffuse on the retake. In various maps, he does it often. I won't say he does it all the time, but he does it often, and often is significant.
It's a great start for NRG. We know that as soon as Cirque gets his grubby paws on that AWP, life is going to get quite complicated. But 2 AKs, 3 Deagles. We've got the 4 spy out from eUnited with the bomb plant. This is not too common that you see this, and usually if you do see it, it's either one, the team is tilting, which is very rarely the case, or it's mostly going to be the fact that they have a plan, a specific idea in mind of a drill or a routine that they've practiced. Let's see if it works out. Ace able to take down Fugly straight away. Cirque down to 1 HP. He needs assistance, and he'll get none of that.
Great start for eUnited. Can they capitalize? Breeze on the B bomb site, while the rest of his teammates, what remains of them at least, are over towards A. Now, most of these players have got armor, and that's not the best range for the MP9, but Ethan will do his best to clean up with the French gun. That's a great shot onto Ace. He had no idea what hit him. Moose now. It's got to take him out by the truck position. The City's pushing the smoke, and Breeze somehow gets the frag. And that will be crisis averted for NRG. 2 players surviving. That was a fun one.
Ethan has amazing movement. When you watch Ethan and you watch other players, just Ethan's instinct with how he moves in a fight is really top level, really top tier.
Moose, J for Jane, so Moose is for Caleb. He is Canadian. Pistols for eUnited. P250s with a cameo appearance from a Glock or 2. Now, I made a video, and I know I'm not the only one, on how NRG supports Cirque around the toilets with the AWP, which is very novel and interesting to watch. And maybe we will see a glimpse of that in this match in the rounds to come, once the buy rounds come in for both sides. I will be curious to observe, although I'm sure United will have seen that as well. And maybe they can show us how you can neutralize that. Not the easiest map to flashbang players on around toilets. But they've made it close here on this pistol round, and they will look to plant the bomb and do some bonus damage as well.
Bursting into 3 players. Nice angle there, just shooting between the radiator, whatever the hell that is. The exhaust. It's an exhaust of some description on the truck, and that was a very fast cleanup. And now the MP9s. Well, I was going to say they can be discarded. I imagine that Cirque will discard his in favor of an AWP, surely. Come on, Cirque. No, he's actually going to stick with it. That's fair enough, I suppose. Maybe.
Well, keep the money together for the whole team, so we can buy together. It's a team game, Dan. It's not Quake here. You can't just go around on your own.
Buy together, die together. Okay, maybe that's not the motto. that's not the motto. Maybe something.
Just buy together. Die together is not one of the goals.
Okay, all right.
The railguns will come later on.
Ooh, I like this. Just moving really, really quickly up A long. Before NRG will realize what's going on, Cirque's going to be in trouble. He has an MP9. If he does he spot this? He does spot it. They spot it at least, but this will be a retake situation, yeah.
What you gonna do, brother? When eUnited come for you, take one in the face. That's the answer on this occasion for Cirque. Dazzle having a look just before the smoke goes down. Maybe it gave Breeze a false sense of security, but all security has been taken away.
So smart by eUnited. I really wonder sometimes, because, you know, we have all the information, So maybe I should
hold on,
hold
buddy.
my
They're still
forward,
going.
yeah.
They're still going for this.
Ethan is trying to do what he can with the AK-47. He's... Ooh. Oh, that was through the lip of the wall there, so he's actually okay. It sounded like he got hit in the head. And that bomb is too far ticked at this point. But I was going to say that I feel like it was an amazing call. If eUnited... Oh, my God. Ethan's good. But if eUnited made that call to move with a fast-paced up A long because they're thinking, okay, we know NRG are not going to rebuy into AWPs. We know that means it's much less likely that they'll play, these close-range weapons on long because that's just an unlikely scenario. You don't want to be holding A long with an MP9.
Man, look at it. Those are excellent frags. Those are 3 excellent frags. Yes, they lost the round, but we can appreciate the frags, damn it. Back to railgun. Cirque has got his railgun. It's black and red. It's called a red line. And he will look to flatline these players. They will start off slow. They know what this round means. They know who has what, namely Cirque. And again, he is around the toilets with Fugly for support. I will never get over the fact that his name is Fugly and we are playing professional competitive gaming.
Yeah. It's pretty good going. And United have gained some good positioning, but they don't have utility left at this point, which is a really, really bad spot to be in. Honestly, I mean, how do you get onto a bomb site? Now you've lost Relics to Cirque. He's announced his presence, his thunderous presence. And 3 flashbangs and a smoke grenade. This is not a good look. They're going to have to try to force their way in somewhere. B could be a good option, and you can see Moose might try to get that opening. This is a common way to get a pick. It's moving up short like Moose is doing here. But there's no one in water to challenge him on the ramp or by the barrels. It's Breeze with a superior off angle. NRG are playing this very well positionally, but that said, Daps gets caught.
Yeah, he was on the rotation towards the B bomb site. He thought surely it must be the B bomb site, but Breeze is not here alone. He's got Ethan on the high ground at the back for the crossfire. Now Moose is on his own, and as he rotates to collect the bomb, Ethan can pretty much just run at him at this point. 4 seconds, either he plants the bomb or he kills one player, and Ethan won't let any of those outcomes happen. AWP will be saved by Fugly. And there's an aspirational man. Isn't he like married or something or engaged? That man is Fugly then. And he's still, it's not just about looks.
I was just admiring the setup that they had at the end there, where they had one player in water and one player sort of playing jungle, because that's like a really cool setup. Because if the guy's playing water in that way, you are free to rush the site, and you're in a full sense of security against the player in jungle. The way the seeds has come out, and Cirque is going to have a field day, just knocking them down one after another. Who else steps to the king?
It's painful. It's not quite acupuncture, is it?
No.
Circupuncture.
5-1. This is going pretty quickly.
Pistols, Glocks. Nothing but Glocks. No flashes. They simply cannot afford anything. They have the numbers game, or do they? The CTs have 3 players with rifles, and I'd almost argue that, well, those numbers are definitely worth more, if you will. Getting deep into mathematics. Oh, maybe they're not, because the Glock's good for that first frag. Ethan doesn't want to over-peek and face too many players, and now he needs to protect that weapon. Make sure that it doesn't get picked up by these teams, and he's doing that. He's dragging it, taking it away from that short position. Now he's cleared the area. Cirque won't re-peek, he's got 20 HP. Fugly will be here to try and lead the cleanup operation. Bomb plant has been aborted. There goes Dazzle, leaving Moose alone. The Canadian man will be the last to go down. Now, what do eUnited have to offer in this round? If they go for the AKs, they won't have much in the name of grenades. And they need grenades to force Cirque back.
Indeed. Forcing Cirque back is a pretty difficult affair on this map. I wonder if they will find success against him towards A, or if they'll just decide to buy some of their early round approaches towards B and encourage Cirque to sort of be more dynamic in where he shows himself on the map. Because it'd be really cool to see NRG mixing in some, really passive setups on A with B aggression, where you hit sewers with two players, you get a flash over towards Monster, perhaps try to push that at some point in the round. Astralis are a really good example. I mean, I guess they're a great example of literally everything about Counter-Strike right now, but they've always been very good at CT aggression on this map.
Is this for the toilets position? I would assume so. We have a player who's gone beyond this. Fugly using the fountain to get one kill at the very least. Daps is still deep towards long, and they may not expect a second player aggressing, especially with Cirque picking a player off. That activates Daps immediately, and this might be the round shut down, 4 versus 2. Dazzle moving forward, trying to get something for his team, but he's got to go back because the bomb is above the connector position. That compromises what he can do, and they could have made a play towards B, for example, but now this will be a long, drawn-out round for them as they try to find something.
And it does beg the question, beg the answer, how good are United in the mid-rounding? Because if NRG continues to play as aggressively as this round, you're never going to really get to play out your rounds as you want it to be. You're always going to have to improvise because the other team will be trying to take the initiative against you repeatedly. Dazzle, though, the loaf man, will creep his way forwards and try to see if he can find a way to plant the bomb, but
he is the loaf man, and it's time to get that bread. Looking more like a malt loaf full of raisins. 7-1 NRG. This is dominant. This is a beatdown. Stay down! This is like, well, it's not nice for eUnited at the moment. There is still room for recovery, but not this round. Not likely anyway. They've got the CZs again. There's no flash. There's not a single flashbang. There's no, I mean, they don't need one to get close, but just one flashbang. Who knows how much it could do. Ooh, the timing of the HE grenade. It's meaty. It's chunky. Oh boy. Ace, where you at?
Chunks of death. Okay. United weakened. They do have sewers though. Not too much information. NRG just sitting tight. They know what's going on. They know it's pistols. They know that they can just hold on to their defensible, fully defensible, fortified positions on the bomb sites, and they don't have to worry about anything else other than that. They don't have to take initiative. They don't need advantages. They already have them. And they have Cirque. Nice flash, though, for our teammates to help Fugly peek and get information. But this should be a round where Cirque makes more highlights.
Oh, he's very good for the one. Fugly maybe playing the long game there. He's kept the AWP out of the hands. You can see him falling back. Doesn't want to get wrecked by CZ or otherwise. The bomb hasn't gone down just yet. Now might be their only chance. So just about the bonus money is there. A second kill. AKs will be collected and Fugly can go and retrieve the AWP. And then they're all good in the hood. 8-1 in favor of NRG. The damage that was done by United could be inconsequential for the time being.
That wasn't too bad. That could have gone worse.
It could have.
I thought Cirque was going to have a better time of it, but they shut him down. But still, it didn't go too badly in the end for NRG. 8-1 is the score as things start to get better and better, but the AWP is now out for Ace once again, and he was fantastic just earlier against the Brazilians. Dazzle could be in for a rude surprise, rude awakening. As he moves through connector, actually they'll abandon the position and fall back onto the A site.
He's heard them. he's heard all that info, although it could end up being a bait because Cirque is here, but that's a lot of info as to part of the setup of NRG. And I think eUnited may have assumed that it's likely Long was abandoned during that time. But now there's a fair chance that it could be retaken by the CT, so they will have to be careful. Moose taking some pot shots towards the barrel position. Again, that shows the power on the CT side of not just standing there the whole time holding the angle, but having a look every so often like this. Especially if you just stand there staring at one angle, it can make you slower to react than if you're looking every so often, so it can leave you exposed if you're up against a sharp enough player. Executes coming into the B bomb side, the barrel position will be compromised. There is a smoke though, but that creates some space for the CTs actually. Makes it hard for the T's to push that side of the pillar. That has to hold his position though, and he can't. A second frag coming in for the T, a third, and that might be the round for eUnited.
Especially now Fugly's gone, so he needs to use that smoke to get out of dodge, and he tries to get out of there, and he will be able to. At least initially, there can be a boost up into the upper position to try to cut him off. They know that he's there, I think. And he will be ready for this. Cirque holding on to the AWP is always nice. The money's pretty good, though, across the board for NRG.
This is why I said the damage they did in that previous round of United might be inconsequential for the time being. I mean, it sounds like a permanent statement, but if they can win some rounds, then that might put NRG on an eco sooner rather than later. But if they don't, then it will prove inconsequential. So time will tell, I suppose. Ooh, okay. There was a frag from another player. Well, there is only round number 2 on the board for eUnited. They may feel dejected for the time being, but again, they can still get 7 rounds on the board here in this first half. So they have to keep that in mind, keep focused, and stop themselves from being exploited by the likes of NRG.
Very nice catch there. Oh, the spray transfer comes in, and Ethan takes away 2 players from eUnited straight away at the beginning of the round. What are you going to do about that? It's time to improvise. It's time to find picks. It's time to be desperate and aggressive. NRG will feel that sentiment, and they'll tighten up their defense as a result, as eUnited bring to bear a push onto this B-bomb site. But it looks like every angle is covered for, and it's covered well. Another round here will be going towards NRG unless Ace does something magnificent, or perhaps it would be more stupidity from NRG, but that's not going to happen.
Hunteroo. There it all goes. So I suppose ultimately it was inconsequential. 9-2, and well, there is a buy here for eUnited for the most part. Only Ace is short. They could drop him an AWP if they think it will be impactful and just have somebody on the pistol for the time being, but they will go for the AKs and the CZ instead. I mean, nothing has really been impactful so far for eUnited, I think it's fair to say. Second sniper rifle here for NRG. Ethan will be picking it up. He is 17 for 3 at the moment. That is quite a statement. Cirque 13 for 5. And there is the pistoling player taken out. Nicely played by Cirque. Again, led into a false sense of security.
Security. No, it's terrible, isn't it? It's terrible.
Let's move on.
I like Launder's one. It was Cirque du Soleil. That was a good one.
That's a nice one.
Yeah. Not as crude as mine. Oh, Ethan he finds himself a shoulder, but only gets a leg. Breeze there will smoke himself off to prevent burn damage, and Daps can support him. They're playing with one another. It's going to be a laboured attempt in towards this bomb site as Daps waits and strikes at the most opportune moment. The 1-2 punch with him and Breeze will be enough to defend the site and have 4 players kept alive. NRG still looking really strong, in the money reset again for eUnited, or well, made to look more terrible, as now they are once again restricted to pistols. And I think this is somewhat of the result that people expect from NRG. If you have to try to match them individually, and that's very difficult, and if you do that, then the strength of their team play comes in. very hard team to beat at the moment.
Ooh, could have been 3, but it was 0. Ugly. Okay, that's a nice shot from Ace. Something out of it. So it creates some more space. He's got the molly there to allow him to focus on the outside. Will you have a look? You will, and that'll be the last look. The last thing you see is the face of Cirque.
Oh, I wonder if he saw the the clip drop there on the ground.
Beautiful. That's a good question, actually.
It's not often that you'll see that will be a tell, actually, but I think in that case...
That does make me wonder now. Maybe I'll have to go and look at the animations of all the
Yeah.
reloads and see where the clips go. Just like when you're carrying the bomb and it flies forward, if the clips go a certain direction every time.
Yeah, that would be quite interesting.
Yeah. That's valuable information. Just like shadows and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's funny though because we pay attention to that stuff and it's not something we've already. I don't think we've really talked about that. So.
Clips or shadows?
The just like when you reload where the magazine or clip.
Yeah,
drops.
I've never thought about that. I've never thought about that. All right then. Only 2 rounds remain in this half. And the United only have 2 rounds. They've got 5 AKs on the board. Looking to land some darts in the bullseye. But NRG have been pretty good at saying no. Two players. Oh, again, they've got the same timing. So they're not afraid to just run out of this. I guess they have a timing where they don't want to get pinched from up top. So they will just run.
It's cool too because it's also like it's a great timing where you can, if there's a rush, you can help to stop the rush and have a fast flank. But if not, you sort of retract at the appropriate timing as soon as that's not the case as well. So it definitely helps make them safe against a couple things, which is very cool. But that is exploitable potentially if you have someone that studies them well. If it's consistent, that is. United to be making a lot of noise towards B, and that is responded by NRG moving an additional player towards that B defense, having 3 there. As United just sit in their hands at the moment on and around Sewers. And they start to go in. Will they push with these though, or is it just a beta response? Looks like they'll push with it. And it will be quite bloody indeed. The bomb has been dropped there in the monster tunnel as Ethan looks to try to hold on to things. He can't quite get around the corner in time as Cirque with a fantastic catch straight in the arse of Dapper.
Straight in the arse.
Relix now goes and collects the bomb. It's a 1v2 for him. It's 10 seconds for him to plant the bomb. Surely this is not doable. There's nowhere safe to plant this bomb.
Certainly not there. That leaves Fugly out. Is it too late? I think it is. Just about. That was awkward. Cirque still repicks and kills him afterwards.
Wow.
Absolutely unafraid. But they've got loads of players on 16k. He's got nothing to lose in that round, apart from money if he doesn't die. So there we go. That was quite the shot. This is such a key shot.
Oh my god.
That is a very precise flick.
How on earth? How on earth?
I think the other guy jumped at the end there. I feel like he jumped. And I wonder if he didn't jump. Who knows? Who knows? Well, I mean, we probably do know looking at the score and how most of these rounds have gone. And this is a crap buy from eUnited. This is when the police have raided your house and smashed up all your plates and crockery in the kitchen, and all you want to do is make a cup of tea. Can't even do that. It's just annoying, isn't it? It's annoying. And they'll get taken out 1 by 1, it seems, at least the first 2. Pushing through the smoke or past the smoke. Relix will be eliminated, leaving Dapper with a pistol. Might find an angle on Fugly, but Fugly was swiping the mouse and he's all good in the hood. There it is. 13-2. All NRG.
Cirque is, I mean, he wasn't super warm on the first map that we saw today, but this map he's really hitting his flicks cleanly now. He's really hitting the flow of it, and it's looking very grim indeed now for eUnited. They must win the pistol rounds. If they don't, it's basically over, of course. So that's already a lot of pressure on their hands, and NRG can be just as savage on the offense as they are on the defense on overpass.
Too much sugar in the diet for eUnited, and they may leave on a stretcher with a drip. Moving through the short B position, trying to glean some information, but not the best position for them to rotate, really. Fugly having a look, saying hello. The door has been opened, and now he's entertaining 3 CTs, and the rest of his team can just charge. They've got a 4 versus 1 worst case scenario on the A bomb site. That's all the information they need.
That's the money in the bank there from Ethan. Dazzle will execute Cirque. The trade in from Breeze, though, is NRG look to try to hold on to this bomb, and they're doing a decent job of it. Just the trades coming out again. Relics creeping up on the flank there. Dapper creating more attention, distraction. Ethan lies in wait. I don't know if they know his position. Dapper finds it. But despite winning the rounds, there is a real big issue that NRG are going to have a lot of money. The pressure will just be kept on top of eUnited just right from the get-go here. If eUnited, or rather, sorry, if NRG choose to do so at least, they can save 1 round, get AKs, or they can go for the force spy just like eUnited did. I'd imagine we'll see a more standard approach. Oh, yep. Just an HE from Ethan and a P250, a Deagle. So a couple Deagles, a couple P250s, and a couple grenades. So see if they can do anything with this.
Pretty balloons. They're almost in a red arrows shape. I never noticed that before. Like the red arrow planes in the UK. Flying V. Marvellous. The road to recovery starts here for eUnited. Starts with a UMP kill. Trying to punish the tracers, not going too far. Every 3rd bullet leaves a tracer, starting with the first one. Hello, Fugly. Goodbye, Fugly. Round number 4 for eUnited. Money made with the SMGs, 1 player lost. All good in the hood. But their hood is on the brink of demolition. Of being raised.
AK's out now for NRG and limited utility. Fast round could be a good answer in this situation. No forward presence from eUnited towards Fountains. And NRG taking a very passive approach at the beginning of the rounds. A lot of respect here for both teams. Or going between these teams, rather. I suppose that makes more sense.
Well, you can have respect for them as well, Dan.
I can, yeah, I suppose so.
I have respect for these teams.
There's respect for these teams. Lovely ambiguous statements that mean nothing. Let's go.
There's also 1 minute and 5 seconds for these teams to play within. Right then. The bomb moving away from B, and there will be no lurker there either. But Dapper's in the short B position, so eUnited have considerable information based on that. Now I do wonder, Relic's going to the barrel position rather than fully rotating. He has an MP9 as well. He wants to have a look, show some shoulder, just in case. You never quite know what's going on, and there is risk. But he's starting to move towards a faster rotation position now. Dapper having a look in. I think these guys realise that it's going to be almost definitely the A bomb site, and indeed rotation starting to come in. Ace hunting for the information, doesn't want a full execution, and that's almost all the information they need. Dazzle getting taken out, that's a big problem. 15 seconds though, Moose, he's waiting for the bomb plant, that's the only thing he needs to focus on, but Cirque goes wide. And that leaves Relics and Dapper alone, not in position, 2 versus 4. And when this bomb goes down, things get a lot more difficult for the CT side.
Yeah, they have to save these really. At this point, trying to push through the choke point against AK is not going to happen. Got to respect that. Oh, Dapper's really giving it a go though. He's down to 5 HP though. Good effort. But they will all fall in the end. 14 rounds for NRG, 4 still for eUnited. Alex has a good chunk of change, but the rest of his teammates are not really in a similar position of buying. Great entries here from NRG, and it's one of the reasons why their T sites are going to be scary. We know they have incredible individual skill. Cirque opens things up. There he is. Beast. Ace. He's been a great player with that AWP for eUnited so far, but he can't quite get himself going. It seems he'll lose Dazzle there early on. And NRG with a pretty fast pace there, taking a lot of space away and forcing a response here from eUnited. We'll see a rotation further back as Ace goes even further now. This pressure from NRG has worked. It's forced a passive approach from eUnited and given them a frag.
This time there'll be no presence in the short B position for eUnited, but you wonder if risks will be taken later on, if they feel like even now if they can afford to take those risks. There's a jumping peak from Dapper, and Relix is trying to creep into an angle. This is a very risky peak to take. You don't have the advantage though, because you're a lot closer to that wooden wall than you can be on the other side. But here we go, might pay off. That's a lot of information that Moose just got despite getting taken down. Ace has to deliver more than one kill here, trying to buy time and create space with the flashbang. He spots a foot, but now Dapper comes in with the MP9, so he has done that space. He's made that space, and now Fugly is alone. He's got 30 seconds, so he's got time to do this, but Ace is there to trade. Round number 5 for eUnited is on the board.
So getting something to work with at the very least. NRG though still have they have reserves to go towards. And right now one of the big issues I think many teams against NRG have is just the fact that just the skill difference can really be a problem. It means that any single round can be an issue. I mean, we saw it earlier today with some of the 2v5 type situations out of NRG. On Nuke, I believe it was. Stepping made by Ace. You can see that there's some potential punish spray there as Dazzle just gets caught out. You're sitting in the smoke. Some cursory, curious spray put through it will do the job. That's a 4v4. NRG moving very quickly now back towards sewers.
Ooh, just at the right time. He was teased. The lineup for Dapper is absolutely perfect. He changes his angle, and Sir gets taken down for gratis. And that leaves Daps alone with the CZ and NRG. It's not happening for them. They've got 1 round of 5 in this half. This is all eUnited. Will this be a map of CT halves only? Not that NRG need too many, but this is all eUnited at the moment.
Yeah, it's a very good point. It's early days at the moment on the second half, so the story is still unraveling in front of us. As to whether or not NRG are going to have a good or a bad day on this T side.
That win row is lit up in blue from CT rounds. There's a nice one from Ace, but he's close now. He's exposed and he's dropped his AWP. Perhaps this is ill timing. Cirque has the sniper rifle, and that is a problem for eUnited. Have they overplayed their hand on this occasion? Fall into a numbers game, have 2 of these players. Cirque on half health now, but he still has an AWP. Dapper can only go so far. He could rotate back in his direction. And again, NRG still have that numbers game they can play. To jump past angles, to pull crosshairs away, to trade. Trades would favour them.
Ooh, my God, I could see it happening. I can't believe he doesn't get that, actually.
Did he hit him? Rex has got 2 HP. I'm not sure if it was before or after. But he's in that position, he's got 2 HP, so...
Oh, that's a good snap. 2 HP for Dapper as well. They are hurting. 45 seconds for NRG to make the move. Dapper, good angle, but the health is really a problem for him. He will not be able to sustain any kind of a fight, and he'll go down. Now, eUnited, should they gamble, or do they keep someone on the beat? Looks like they know to keep 2 players on A at this point. Health for everyone's very low. The flames will miss, but the frags will fall the way of NRG for 15. Match point for them.
I feel like he did hit him because it seemed that they knew that both players were low. Cirque coming out with the pistol there. So I think they did have the info, but this is how it started. Just maybe the wrong play based on them having pistols.
It was a hit.
Yeah, they knew the last 2 players were low, but it all started with the AWP out of position versus an eco run. basically, which is a risk you don't necessarily need to take. So that's maybe one they will lament, because look at the situation it's left them in, and now it's the NRG's turn to make a fast play in, but these walls from the smoke grenades will cause a problem for them, and it will allow these CTs to come in close quarters, and it's all eUnited at the moment. 4 frags. Does Cirque just throw the AWP away at this point?
Well, he can still kill them all. That's also an option for him too, as they start to encroach upon his position. Another nice frag. Does he know to turn around? He doesn't in time. Dazzle takes him out as it will be one more round for eUnited. A surprising victory with the CZs. The fast pace called by NRG, backfiring as in the most catastrophic way it possibly could. So now it's, as we look at the money, we can see that NRG are in a bit of a pickle.
This is a problem. What a round. What a round. They got tooled up, but they're only around half the score of their opponent, so while they are on paper back in the mix, that paper is on fire, and there's limited time for eUnited for sure. NRG just need one more match to strike, and that's a wrap. This is unlikely to be the round, although they have gone for the full investment here. A few reasons not to at this point. One more round here for NRG. One more round. This will send them to the double elimination bracket. They are to win this match. Ace on a CZ this time, but still only good for the 1 kill despite being further back. And once again, well, this time it's fugly with the AWP, but Cirque is never too far behind. Speaking of far behind, NRG have left the bomb back, but they probably did not expect to have a chance to plant it. But now they've got this sniper rifle again, and a minute 10 on the clock. Who knows what could happen?
Dazzle finally reveals his position. He was sitting there for so long. Bomb down as well, so that will be recollected by Dabs. So can't find anything just yet. Flash comes in. He's pushed back past the Picnic. Picnic sounds pretty good. There's no Picnic for these teams though. Dazzle. His teammate died alone and isolated, but can he finish off the round? Yes, he can. 2 more for him. Dabs was only a passing train to accompany him in his despair. And now it's time to end the despair. Despair has been ended, for the moment at least.
For the time being. NRG $2,000 mark. Not much to do apart from die in this round. Now, if you're NRG in this round, do you just rush a site, or do you try to kill a few players and just keep the money poor, keep them missing a smoke grenade here, an incendiary grenade there, because those are the differences that, when it's time for your buy rounds, can make the difference. So you've got to bear those in mind. Just because you only need the 1 round, you can still have impacts to make that 1 round easier to win later on.
Glocks. It's not often we see Glocks win around like this, but it's happened. So, Alex, first responder. Nice. He hears the footsteps. He starts pulling the trigger slightly before they appear on screen. And his teammates swing in, and that's that. Done and dusted. On to the next one.
Right then. How many rounds have we got here for eUnited? 9 rounds on the boards. And they are better equipped than NRG, as far as utility goes. But there are plenty of flashbangs and smoke grenades here. Just the 1 Molotov though, which is being deployed towards that short B position. Dapper does not fear the situation. He's making the plays he feels he should make. But Cirque is waiting for something. Does he have the angle for his preference? Doesn't matter now, he's dead. Molotov to limit a trade, and there is more aggression here, so Breeze is in a pickle. He's in trouble. He is the pickle, Dan. He's in the sandwich. Oh god, he's made his way out.
Very nicely done, and in that all that distraction, all the attention towards that position, we got the push coming in from Daps onto the B side. Very nice timing for that one. Does open it up a little bit, and the bomb will be planted by Fugly. 3v2 after plant. Is this the round where NRG seal the deal? Relix and Ace are the two players to try and circumvent this. Ace coming in from the back.
From the back. Creeping forward. Who is going to engage first? There is a kit onto both these players. Ace activated, Breeze is low, but Ace is on his own, going for desperation defuse attempts, but he won't get there because Breeze will slow him down and stop him. NRG make it to the double elimination bracket, 16-9 of their opponent. And I don't know if the score really tells the whole story there. That was quite a dominant game of Counter-Strike, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, I think that NRG were always within their comfort zone, weren't they?